Barngard, and I'm back with another short 8-minute video on network marketing. I was thinking about this a lot yesterday. You know, why doesn't everybody make it in network marketing? Well, probably for a lot of reasons why people don't make it in anything, right? Self motivation, discipline, mindset, work ethic, probably a lot of reasons, right? But I began to think about this because a lot of people make it in their job. I mean, I would imagine most people do minimally what they need to do to keep their job. And most people do okay, right? They could be making 10 bucks an hour, but see that's their financial lid. But they could be making 20,000 a year, or they could be making $50,000 a year, or they could be making more, right? Well, there's certainly proof positive that that kind of money can be made in network marketing. So, how come people can make it in a job, right? And most people don't even like their job and can't stand their boss. But most people can make it in a job, but they can't make it here. Well, I'm guessing you might already figured that out. I mean, it's self accountability, right? And what do I mean by that? Well, let's be honest. From pretty much the time you were born, you were told what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. And pretty much, if you did it, you were a good boy or girl. If you didn't do it and you had good parents, there was some form of discipline, right? I mean, that's the basics right there. So, and as we grow up, we understand that. And we know if we go to a job, it's going to be the same thing, right? They're going to tell us what to do, and they're going to tell us when to do it, and they're going to tell us how to do it. And what happens there? If we do it, and even if we do it minimally well, we stay employed and we collect our 10,000 a year, our 20,000 a year, our 50,000 a year, or maybe even more, right? If we do it badly, eventually we'll be terminated. So we know that there's consequences. Now, interestingly enough, the consequences are here are do your job, you'll get paid what we told you were worth, right? And don't do your job in a job, and eventually you should be terminated. So you know that. So you behave well into that. So now we come to network marketing. And quite frankly, it is a work program. But I'm guaranteeing if you're listening to me, whatever you do for a job is significantly harder than this job. I mean, what do? We talk to people and we invite them to see more. Well, that's pretty simple, Bob. I thought there was a whole lot more to this. Well, of course, there's more to it, but in its essence, did you know that if you're talking to people and you're inviting them to see more, some will see it and some won't? That's kind of it, right? I mean, let's be real honest with us. So, why is it that you would do the minimal things to stay employed versus someone not doing the minimal things to build the network marketing business? Y'all know the answer. It's because it's different than average. You see, it's different than average. And what do average people want to be? Most of them want to be average. I mean, they want what exceptional people have, but to do the work, to hold themselves accountable to running a home based business that's mostly done through your phone, which they're already on anyways, and no one's paying them for playing Candy Crush. But in this, hold myself accountable. So here's the cool thing. The first thing you have to decide is you don't want to be average anymore. And it doesn't matter what the average people say about you or what the average people do. But if you're wanting network marketing to work, then guess what? Appoint yourself as your boss. In whatever company you're in, there's certain things, certain system things that you need to do. I'm in the nutrition business, so here's how I look at it. One, it really starts with goals and a purpose. Do you have goals and a purpose? Well, there's not anyone on here who couldn't eventually find goals and a purpose. So we know you can do that, and you immediately are better than average people. In my case, you got to be a product of the product. I don't care whether you spend, a dime, a dollar, $2, whatever on your daily product. Use $10. That's up to you. But you got to be a product of the product because it's impossible to sell something that you're not personally using. Then you've got to do some minimum amount of reach outs. And this isn't a training on reach outs. I have plenty of them. Get to my YouTube channel. But you got to do that. You got to talk to people, whether that's messaging, calling, face to face. But you're going to have to talk to people. You're going to have to work from a list and third party credibility. There's a whole bunch of trainings I have about third party credibility. But let me tell you what the winner's circle looks like. This is my experience, and my experience is only 19 years long in it. The winner's circle in our business is the people who always introduce their prospects to their coach, sponsor, mentor. So now let's think about that. I just gave you the job description of someone in my, particular company. Yours isn't much different, let's be honest. There's some marketing we're doing nowadays because of social media, but for the most part, I just gave you the formula most companies adhere to. They might call it their success system or some other fancy term for it, right? Now, there's not a single person who's watching this who couldn't do those things. Meaning, I gave you your job description. I could probably train you on all those in an hour call, and then it's up to you. That's it. Then it's up to you. Put me to work. That's now it's up to you. So here's my encouragement for you. Don't be, if you're doing network marketing and you want it to work, don't be an average person. An average person wants to be told what to do every day, when to do it, and how to do it. And an average person wants to be fired because they choose the job, right? They want to be fired if they don't do it, and they want to get their paycheck, or if they do it well, they want to make more, right? Here, you're the boss. Your purpose is the boss. So I can tell you the numbers would move dramatically if everyone, or let's say everyone who's serious about network marketing, just followed that simple thought process. This hack of you being your boss, holding yourself accountable to the minimum things you need to do. If you do them, it works. Look, y'all have jobs possibly, or you've had jobs. You did what you were told to do. You do what you're told to do here, but you are the one who holds yourself accountable. You'll do really, really well. Hey, think about it. Let's go. All right. All right. All right. How do I end this thing? New look on this thing.